Hey folks, Gary here, and today we're going to be talking about these. Folks, there are a few things on this earth that I hate more than these cheap, crappy plastic fuel cans. And I have several up there. We live out in a rural area. I try to stay prepared. I try to keep 20 to 40 gallons of fuel on our property at all times, especially here during the winter. It's nothing for us to get iced in for a couple days or snowed in for a couple days. So I try to keep a decent amount of fuel on the property. You know, we have four-wheelers, chainsaws, vehicles, etc. But I can tell you, folks, I hate these things. These quote unquote safety nozzles or whatever they are, I swear they were actually designed by enemies of this country. They're the worst things ever, and you guys have experienced them. They actually cause more spills than I think they do anything else. There's nothing user friendly about these cans. You know, during the summer, these things start to expand and bloat, and that's a concern. You know, it was like 20 degrees, and I was trying to fill up one of these. I was just trying to take the cap off of this so I could fill it up at the gas station. And man, all of these sharp edges on this plastic, it just hurt my hands. It's just, these things are terrible. They really are some of the worst things ever. And for a long time, I've been wanting to upgrade all of our fuel cans to metal cans. And there's only a couple of brands on the market, but I couldn't find a direct comparison between the two, whether it be on YouTube or anywhere else. You can find a couple reviews on the individual cans, but I wanted to know the difference because they're not cheap, right? It's an investment, and I wanted to make sure that I was spending my money in the right spot. So because I couldn't find that answer, I wanted to go ahead and order one of each of the two main brands. And the two main brands that you're going to see are Justrite and Eagle. And come to find out, I didn't find this out till after I ordered these, both of these brands are actually made and manufactured by Justrite. And I will talk about the differences between the two brands, but I'll also talk about, this is a Type 2 fuel can. You can kind of see it's a different setup, and we'll talk about that, kind of the specifics of that. And this is a Type 1 fuel can. Now, I did not want to order a Type 1 fuel can. I ordered these off of Amazon. You can order these from a couple different places, and they all run about 105 to 110 bucks or something like that. Everywhere else charges you $20 to $25 for shipping. And of course, Amazon shipping is free. So it ended up being cheaper to get them through Amazon. And both of these run about the same price and the same configuration. So a Justrite Type 2 can and a Type 2 Eagle can, they're about the same price, about 105 to 110 bucks. I ordered the Type 2 on both of these brands, but Amazon ended up sending me this Type 1, and I'll tell you what that's about. And I tried to exchange it because I wanted a direct comparison, but they wouldn't take it back, and it was damaged. So they ended up giving me this for free. They didn't charge me for it, so I guess that's good. Now, I did try twice to order the Type 2 version of this, and twice Amazon failed to deliver, and they ended up giving me my money back twice on both occasions. So I waited around. I was trying to do this direct comparison, but I think this is still good because on a Type 1 fuel can, whether you buy it from Justrite or Eagle, it'll be in the same configuration. Basically, what you have is a single port that you're going to fill it up, as well as use it to fuel up other gas tanks. And both of these have this kind of funnel thing. I'm not a fan of this. I'm not really a fan of this because this is going to sit around in your garage, and this is going to collect, dirt, debris, spider webs, things like that. I don't like the idea of all that stuff getting into my fuel system of different, whatever I'm filling up. So I didn't want one of these, but I will tell you, this is still 1,000 times better than, those plastic garbage cans. On the Type 2 cans, again, regardless of what you buy, you have a filling port as well as the nozzle that you're going to use to fill up, whatever it is, whatever fuel tank you're delivering, dispensing fuel into, right? These fill ports are really nice. These are really nice for when you're at the gas station filling these up, because all you got to do is open the spring-loaded port up. It has a rubber gasket on there, so it's spill-proof. This is probably 15, 20 pounds at least of pressure. So there's a good amount of pressure that's holding that shut. So if it does fall over, it's not going to spill out through there. But you just stick your nozzle in there, and then you let this go, and you have your nozzle filling up, and it's going to click off automatically, and then you can top it off if you need to. Super easy to do. And back here you have your flow control over, right? So this will give you very good control over how the flow rate of your fuel. So we're just going to stick that in there. We tip this up. Even if I have it like this, we're not going to be spilling any fuel. It won't start to flow until I actually start to pull this lever up. So you got a lot of control. I think it's a lot safer. What's cool on both of these, they both have a pressure release valve. So regardless of what brand you get, regardless of what type you get, you do have a pressure release valve. So if it does start to heat up in here and that fuel and gas start to expand, it's going to, depressurize itself. So again, a much safer, much better. I do like that the Type 2 comes with this particular nozzle. Now you can get two different types of nozzles. You can get a 5/8, I'll show you that in one a second, or the full 1 inch. Now, anytime that you're trying to dispense a lot of fuel at once, you know, a large riding lawnmower, a 4-wheeler, whatever it is, folks, get the 1 inch nozzle. You can empty this 5-gallon can very quickly with this 1 inch nozzle. I bought this 2.5 gallon version for our 2-cycle mix for the chainsaws. And this has the 5/8 nozzle here. So it's much smaller, but there again, I'm filling a very small fuel tank. So I don't need a lot of, I don't need that high flow rate. I want to be able to control it and make sure I'm not spilling gas and fuel everywhere else. So now let's talk about the difference in quality between Justrite and Eagle and what I think you should get compared from one to the other. Oh, the other thing I will say on the Type 2 of the Eagle is just like this one, is that the handle is plastic. There's nothing plastic on the Justrite. Everything is metal, full metal construction. Everything is just really great. And as far as the difference between the quality between the two, there's no comparison. Justrite all the way is just so much better when it comes to quality. The fit and finish on this, again, everything is all metal. These things are gonna last forever. They come with a really nice cork gasket that goes between the nozzle and the actual tank itself. Just everything about this is really, really well built. The coatings on this is so much better than the Eagle. I mean, the fact that this at a Type 2 and this Type 2 cost the same price makes no sense to me whatsoever. Even the metal itself seems a little bit thicker, and again, a little bit more robust than the Eagles. So if, like me, you were wanting to know the difference between the two, folks, go Justrite all the time. And just so we're clear, this is not a sponsored video at all. I bought all of these with my own money. I have no affiliate links or anything like that. So this is strictly me buying this and checking these out and providing a video that I couldn't find, right? So that's what this really is all about. I wanted the information that I'm giving you now, and I couldn't find it anywhere, so hopefully it's helpful to you. But folks, I'm telling you, there's just no comparison to quality. There's a guy on YouTube, many of you probably have seen him, named Wrangler Star. He talks about things that give him the fizz. Folks, when I open the box of these things give me the fizz. They're just so, they're just nice, man. I mean, they're just really, really well built, and they're American made. And I just like these so much better than this. This is 10 times better than those plastic pieces of junk. Is this still worth $100? I don't know. And now this is the Type 1. The Type 1s on both cost about $60 if I remember correctly. But even if this was the Type 2, I would say that this would be worth more like $75. If it was $25 to $30 cheaper than this, it might make sense to me. But I'm telling you, spend the extra money, invest in these that will last you a really long time. And your grandkids will still be using this because they're just really well made, and it's hard to find good gas cans anymore. Anyways, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. They're gas cans. They're not something high tech or anything crazy. Nothing worth spending 30 minutes on a video. But I wanted to bring you this information. Well, I hope you found that helpful and informative. I thought this video had a lot of crossover. This is something that everybody can use. That's why we put it on both of our channels. So if you're watching this on Paramount Tactical, go check out our family channel, Full Throttle Family. And if you're watching this on Full Throttle Family, make sure you go check out our business channel, Paramount Tactical. And while gas cans are a lot of fun, what we're really about is training. So make sure you go to ParamountTactical.com. Go check out our upcoming training schedule. We'd love to have you out. We'd love to meet you in person. Also, go check out our online store. Everything in our store are items that we've personally have tested, we use personally, and we believe in. Down below in the description of this video, we have some discount links as well as the links to our other social media sites. So make sure you go check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We do a lot of other cool stuff over there. But until next time, stay armed, stay ready, and we'll talk to you soon.